And here we are, it's day 2, working on this Envoy rear end. We got to get the backing plate replaced here. There's the little triangle thingy. Obviously the backing plate is gone. I already got the parking brakes out. I pulled the pin out of the rear end, so now I shove the axle in. And I'm going to go retrieve the clip. Okay, so you see that axle has moved inward, and there's that clip right there that holds that axle. You can see the groove on it. And that's it. I can pull the axles out. Gonna leave that guy right there for now. Alright. The clip has been removed. Out comes the axle. And you can see the clip on the end. Now, I read somewhere that you could just use the axle to pull these out. But I got a better method. Set this guy's side. Alright. What I did on the other side, took my good old trusty pry bar and worked it around. Starting to come. Hear it? Here, pop. There she comes. Seal is out. All right. While I'm right here, I am going to oil up this a little bit. Oil up the seal. I want to keep the dirt out of here as much as possible. So, get that guy as square as I can. These are a pain in the ass because they don't want to go in there. Obviously, rotate it around a little bit. There she goes. New seal. Put back in. Alright, now all this scrap's got to come off. I just stuff a rag in there so we don't get any dirt. Go flying in there. Make sure this is on high. It is. How's the battery? Oh, good. Alright, 4 bolts. And this thing. Knock that off. On the other one, I just used RTV instead of these rubber gaskets. So basically I'm going to go to the sandblaster, clean this stuff out, put some ultra black instead, because it seats against here, not against here. That's just there to fill the void. So that's why I'm going to do that. And then what's left of this, that's what's left of the backing plate. You notice how you've got all this heavy scale? That takes up space and jams things. So if you just and then there's like a raised area if you look at the back of this. So I'm going to take this to the blasting cabinet and clean this out, and I will return when I'm done doing that. Okay. Alright, you don't need to see me sandblast. Yeah, I made it back, got the sandblastering done. But one thing I do want to do is change these shocks while I got a chance. So these are 18s again. Nice, huh? Simple. This one up here is a welded nut, so you don't even have to worry about holding it. She comes right out. Okay. Junk. Yonk. Yeah, see, that's got a captive nut. That's really nice on the top. Try not to make this too hard for you to see, but it's no big deal. This is just easy stuff. Oh, that must be the top one because it's shorter. We'll get the top in. I gotta tighten that one yet. The hard part is getting this bottom in, and I had my wife help me yesterday. Now, see, these really aren't that rusty. These held up really nice. Maybe those are stainless. I'll bet you those are stainless, don't you think? Not after 15 years, right? Okay. There's two ways to do this. And I'm going to do it the easy way. Easy, hard way. Scissors jack. Because these do have a little gas load on them here. Because my jack stands right in the way. Come on, baby. The suckers are hard to compress. I just wanted to get this in here before. Well, Jesus. Yup and Yemeni. Okay, hold on. Alright, well, that bottom jack bolt seems to be a 13/16 or something close to it. So I'm gonna just try to baby this guy up into position. I'm gonna do that. Hope I'm right in your way. It's my typical mode of operation. So far, so good. I think I can get a screwdriver for that. Because I'm right up against the bracket. Can't go no higher, Captain. Captain, I can't get in the power. I raised the other one up by hand. I guess I must be having a case of the wimpies today. Okay, let's see what we got here. Come on. There we go. Now, got the screwdriver in there. Got the pin in. There we go. Let the jack down. Bada boom, bada bing, eh? Okay. Put the nut on that side. Where'd my wrench go? I had an 18 in there to hold it. Oh, there it is. That's going to hit right there. Tighten it until she don't turn anymore. All right. That was quick and dirty. Now back to this. What I did yesterday. And I bought these. These are just Dorman. I repainted them a little bit. They are marked right and left. This one is marked for right, which is the passenger side. I don't know if this is the right thing to do, but this is where that thing sits against here, and just to help prevent it rusting as fast as it possibly can. I'm just going to coat it with some grease. I can't see where it would do any harm. Keep it from rusting for a year longer, I don't know. Okay, now the brake calipers go on the front of this, and so these guys mount just like that. I gotta get something to sit on, boys. Rubber gaskets that go in here. They are right here. Gotta find my ultra black. Alright. Phew, I'm sweating. It's hot out here today. As you can see, my pants and clothes are black and filthy, as typical for this kind of day, isn't it? This little guy just sits on there, gets trapped in there. There was a rubber gasket in here. I don't have... Boy, that sealed up quick. I don't have the rubber gasket. So I'm just going to put a little ultra black on it. Just to cushion it. Just like that there. Alright. Pretty sure that's the way it was. That is the way that you want it. Alright. So, there's also this guy. Goes up on the corner of here. So, just going to put a dab of ultra black in there to help bond it in place. I think it slides in from the back though, so we'll wait until we get that ready to go. This guy sneaks up in there, and that guy falls out. Of course, maybe I need to put this together out here. Okay, there it goes. Just kind of got to wangle it down in there. The guy sits where I told you. And there like that. He drops on there. The triangle. Where did the triangle go? It's gotta be right here under my feet. There it is. This guy goes in behind here. Just like that. Cushions that area. Alright. Everything's looking good here. Alright, that guy goes right on. Like that there. Alright, let's try a bolt in there. I don't know if this is right or not. I'm putting little anti-seize on these. Just where I see the threads are actually threaded into the cast iron. And these guys torque Q down to 90. I probably should be putting Loctite on these, but I don't know. I think I'll tighten them up enough. I don't have to worry about that. I'm going to run these in slowly. I'm not going to reef them in. Take them in baby steps. What do you think? Now I got to goop this up and put the emergency brake, or the parking brake. I guess it could stop being an emergency, but I don't think it's an emergency brake. I wouldn't risk my life. Alright. Alright. Now what we have here, here's our failure to communicate. No. These are the parking brake parts. So I'm just going to slime this up good. This guy goes in after the lever. I know, I've tried it over and over again. It keeps on blowing it out. I'm going to re-glue or re-grease this adjuster. I don't believe it's a self-adjuster. You got to go in there and adjust it manually anyway. It just keeps her from seizing up on you and getting in the grit and all that. Step in the tools. Now these things look like they were pretty much screwed all the way in. These are the adjusters, so I'm just going to do the same thing because I don't want the parking brakes too tight when I try to put the rotors on. I can recorrect that. Drop my brush on the floor. On the driveway, I bet you that's got some nice aggregate in it now. Okay. Self-adjuster. Not self. He pushes on the top. Okay. Now is the pain in the butt of getting the brake cable in. Oh, sorry. Whew. Gotta look at this a second. I think that's right. No, it goes this way. It goes down through. Alright. I'll put a little bit of dope right there. Hook this guy all up so he's not getting rusty on us. I think, therefore, I should. Oh, something like that. All right. He's all the way in. Now the hard part is pulling this spring back so you can drop the cable through the slot. So you got to pull that spring back. Well, I pull this plastic part back far enough to drop into that socket and down through the groove in the top. So I'll probably curse a little bit. Let's see if we can get her done. I'm going to try pliers this time. I got two different kinds here. I got my, oh shoot, I didn't get that together right. That guy goes just like that. That's alright. That's just a little adjuster. It's got a little spring detent on it so this thing doesn't turn by itself real easy, that's all. Alright. Thumb on the cable. Yeah, I love this kind of crap. It's getting hot out here, boys. Alright, let's see what else we got here to fig with. Where'd my eagle beaks go? There they are. Thought maybe I could put them on here. Pry that back somehow. Oh, if I go past. Alright, that was the hard part I was having. Getting that thing pulled back. Let's see if I can pull this bring down. Come on, baby, get down in there. There we go. Bingo. Add it in. That's how the rest of the parking brake. And this little dog is the movable part that goes in the other side. And one more time. Oh, I gotta torque those before I forget. Set the torque wrench to 90. Are we having fun? Excuse me, fun yet? Stupid thing. How's that go? We are making great progress here. It was supposed to rain today and it's not. God bless us for that. Huh? God bless us, everyone. Now I'm going to slide that axle back in. Don't forget to flood your bearings here a little bit. Put a little straighter on here. I did a little bit on the shaft too. All right. Try not to let this ride on your seal. Alright, easy as pie. Now I'm going to slip the clip in. You saw me take it out. I'm not going to show me put it back in. Okay. Hold on. I had to do this. I want to show you though. What I had to do is see that big silver pin right there, and that nut and that bolt. That pin is what goes through the center of your diff. You see it coming around here, and it holds the axle shafts out, which holds those C-clips in place in their little recess. And it's also the pinion shaft for these two little orbital gears here that makes your differential so it slips when it goes around corners. So one of those fell out and I had to dick around with it for a while to get it so it was in the right tooth. But that big silver pin had to be taken out so I could shove the axles in, get that copper colored C-clip out. Well, all I had to do was, after I put the new shaft in, I shoved it in all the way, put the C-clip in it, pushed it back out, and then I put that big pin right here back up in, and I screwed this. This is a 5/16 head nut, and the threads are up in here on it, so I put some blue Loctite on it. Hopefully that'll help. I tightened it pretty good. I actually wrapped on it on the end of the wrench to give it a little bit of a shock tighten. So now all I got to do down here is clean all this crap off. I got a brand new gasket today and put the cover back on. But what do you want to do first? Do you want to do this or do you want to do the brakes? The brakes are out and exposed. Let's do. So I'm not sure if I showed you how I did this on the other side. So review class, folks. Here is the parking brake shoe. It's one just big C-shaped device, which makes it a lot easier to install. And you just work her up through here. Somebody said bring it in from the top, down into those grooves. There's a clip on the bottom right here that just catches the bottom edge, and you just drive it up in, and it's clipped. That's it. Now, when that cam expands, it expands this inside the brake drum, or the rotor, has like a brake drum on the inside. So this guy's all locked up, we're in neutral. I already cleaned the rotors. These lug nuts are a little bit dicey. Not a big fan, but they do go on. So these are the winter lug nuts anyway. They're just a little scratchy. Bright and shiny. Brand new rotor. All cleaned out with brake cleaner. Don't want to get it on my dirty pants. What do I want to do? I want to put just a little anti-seize right around that part of the flange right there. Not the whole thing. Where's my anti-seize? Anywho. Thought I had them both out here. This is the worst part about it. Losing your mind. Oh, it's sitting right there. Gee, I wonder where that went. So, work that down to the tip. And we'll put it right here, just around the hub. They say you don't want to put anything underneath the rotor itself that might somehow kick it off out of whack, because only a few thousandths makes a difference. So I'm handling this by the edges. Right on. Works fine. Let's see if I can make that any tighter or looser, I mean. Nice, huh? Alright, well, just for convenience sake, hopefully one of these will go on. There's one that's not so boogered up. That's not going to go on very far, but... Alright, so... crusty old bracket. I did clean it, remember. This is where you put your grease, because this is where it rusts and it blows tightens up too much on your brake shoes, brake pads, so they won't slide and self-adjust. So we clean those. I wire brushed them with a drill. You know, there on the dogs, that's actually the dogs that ride against the rotor itself, the caliper itself. When it hits the brakes, it has to stop against something, and that would be it. We already cleaned and oiled these pins the other day, if you remember. So what we're going to do, excuse me, I'm going to put a little anti-seize on these guys, because in the future, when you want them to come out, you want them to come out. Alright. Goes in just like this. These are big old 18s. Oh, yeah. Okay. Are you bored yet? Sorry. Some of this stuff is pretty dry, guys, I know, but it's what I'm doing. What is Bob doing? This is what Bob's doing. these actually get tightened extremely tight. The front were like 110. That's what I'm going for. 10 right there. That's pretty close anyway if I'm mistooken. Put the caliper up over here. I'm gonna have to lift up on this or something. I don't know how I'm gonna torque the bottom one. Because, oh, I guess I can get the wrench on. I just can't get it when it comes out. That's what the problem is. I think you're going to try to get behind the axle in this one. I hate trying to lift up on it. See if I can get it to go down. There we go. This one. Tight. Get all this junk out of the way, including you. Get down in here. That's a good one. All right. That's the way she wants to go. I gotta get a C-clamp for this too. One more quick blast on there. Get the fingerprints off. On the back, I'll just have to wet the rag. Now I'm going to move you back. Sorry about the acrobatic camera. Now what do we need to do here? Oh yeah. I need to press that compressed caliper back. I'll let you get right in here. Now what we need to do is get that caliper pressed back down. So hopefully I can get up on top of here. Don't do that. Okay, what you need, actually the best thing to do these with is an old shoe. Put the old shoe in there like that. This guy might be all the way back. Just keep doing it slow. You'll feel it when she hits bottom. Man, that's crusty. Your shoes will tell you, too. when they won't fit. I'm going to take a look at this. Hold on. That's awful. I'm just going to run some PB blaster down in there. That's kind of a good. Those calipers are light. I'm not too worried about that thing. Just try to break up that rust a little bit. And lubricate my boot a little bit. All right. Let's see what we got here now. Where the heck? Oh, there it is right there. Sorry, guys. I'm always mumbling. There she's going. Oh, the damn phone's ringing off the hook. It drives me crazy. It's just nobody. It's always unknown or who gives a crap. You can also run the Huh? Wonderful. Where are we going? Oh yeah, we are running. Alright. I think that's all the way back. Alright, now, next thing I gotta do is I gotta clean my hands off. Obviously I can't handle brakes. Okay, back to the fun. Let me check to see if you're running. Yep. Alright, get these guys seated. Now the next step with this, oh, there's a guts to my wrench. Alright. The next step. These brake shoes are all identical, I checked them. See how those are shaped? They literally just set in there just like that. And see, that's where your caliper hits, but that's stainless, so we don't need any lube on that. So I think I'm going to just touch the ends of the shoes with a little bit of this grease. To prevent come on. Why do you gotta be an SOB? Sunny Beach. That's what they say in Florida. Oh, Sunny Beach. Why do these things have to be such a... Well, those clips were just really tight and a pain in the butt. I finally got it. And this is my anti-squeal. Anti-squeal. This just keeps them from singing like a bird. And rattling. So hopefully I pushed that back far enough. Come on. Alright, I just had to squeeze that in a little tighter with the C-clamp. I'm going to put a little bit of anti-lock, anti-seize on my calipers here. Get them started. And they need to be held with a 17 like we did when we took them apart. Alright. That's a 14 and a 17. I'm just gonna hand torque these, I think. I'm gonna say when I think they're tight enough. I don't think you need to reef on these too much. Oh, the old bucket method, as she said. Alright. I probably should have used a ratchet. It'd be a lot easier, wouldn't it? Oh well, I'm too lazy to get up and go get it. Okay. I'm just gonna make this tight. Tight is my spec. Alright. That's a done deal. Nice. It's a goddamn shield. Piece of crap shield. Whatever. It's fixed. Alright, the other one goes on the same way. I'm not going to make it. Alright, well, here we go. I got the surfaces of the flange of the rear end differential all cleaned off nice. Here's my newly painted, sandblasted and repainted cover. New gasket. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bead of ultra black around here, seat that on there, put a couple of screws in it to center it. And then I'm going to put another bead on and I'm going to set it right in there. Alright. Let's see if that works. Okay, before I go down with this, I think that goes right there. So I'm going to flip it. I need a big enough tube. I got that off. I'm just impatient. I don't want to wait for it. Around each hole a little bit. This is ultra black. It's the best you can get for this kind of stuff. Alright. Now we go put it on just like that, I believe. buy new bolts, at least 8 of them. This takes 10. So yeah, that's the way to do it. Nice and slow, see. Press it down a little bit. Now, I'm gonna let that tack up just a little bit, and I'm gonna get you reset up so you can kind of see what I'm doing here, maybe. Now, I got my Loctite. I'm just gonna drop this on with a couple of bolts right on the bottom. A little bit of Loctite. I'm using 2 old bolts because I have to use 2 old bolts. That's all right. These are pretty good ones. Pretty good looking one. Pretty good looking old bolts. Got enough Loctite on there for a whole engine. All right. Now, hopefully, this guy. Well, get this up in here. Get him started. That guy up in there. Get him started. Alright. Now, we got the rest of our bolts here. Sorry if, I guess you're not. I guess you got a good view. And I was mistaken. These are M8's 125 thread. I always wanted to take apart a Chevy rear end, so there you go. Got my lovely wish, didn't I? Now I think I'm just gonna run these in by hand. Alright, I just got a few minutes left on the camera here, guys. I just wanted to show you. Got the cover all on, got it all painted up. I had to apply some heat to that plug to get it out, but that's all I got left. So I'm gonna let you go from here. Bob's Barn Workshop. Next time we'll find some more fun to do.